Hello, hello, hello. Okay, today we're live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So some of your comments I may not be able to see it. And if you're watching the replay after this, please make sure I'm going to give you some contact information in there. If you have any questions, I want you to come back and show it to me. But today I'm here because I am just super excited. So much is going on, and some of you are aware, some of you are not. We didn't publicly launch yet, but we had a pre-launch of our new program, Project Freedom. And I have been doing a mastermind session every week. If you ever want to catch one of them, they're free. Come, it's on Thursday. But before that, we are starting this week. So this is, and when I say Project Freedom, and if you haven't been to the mastermind, if you haven't been to like our inside world, you don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, this is going to give you freedom, but how, right? So I wanted to just take you behind the scenes and show you what I mean. To I'm gonna Let me just pre-frame the whole thing, okay? And again, if you just jumped in here, if you're watching the replay, I'm Tuba Sapanla. I own an agency called Strings Digital, where we are a growth marketing agency and a business coaching company. So we have several brands under that umbrella. And recently, we launched a one of my passion projects. We call the Growth Maker Community. So the inside the community, I have been doing a lot of research, and I just know what's happening with I go to community, like other communities, I hang out with other women, and it's just, I saw a pattern. Like there's a pattern of everybody is so confused, and I see everyone having a real product, real service, but not really where they need to be, where they want to be. And I know we've talked about it, but a couple of weeks ago we were at the FHL in Las Vegas, where all the industry titans were there. It was Russell Brunson's um, big event. Every we call it the rock concert for marketers, and there were Tony Robbins there, there were Martin Golden, a lot of people in there, and we were all very inspired. And it's the same thing. We're all talking about how we're gonna get our stuff together and somehow make it out there, right? So there's a lot of successful people out there. Obviously, there is a way to do it, but I remember my days, and I know when I realized how things changed. Just this morning, I actually listened to Russell Brunson's podcast. I love him, and then the same that he shared, Tony Robbins's, like, uh, at the in Vegas. Tony Robbins shared this really huge thing that we face every day, and then Russell explained it like on a step by step basis. So go ahead, and if you're not listening to his podcast, it's just great. It's really nice. So he explains in there step by step. But what it is how do we, like, we have these patterns. We created patterns that if we don't interrupt, and like if we don't take out what's not working and put what's working, nothing really nothing really happens in our lives. But most of us are kind of like stuck in that routine because it became part of our subconscious mind, and we just continue doing things just like a smoker, right? They know they need to quit, but because they're not changing their patterns, they're not able to quit, and it just never happens. So for us business owners, it's the same thing. So when 9 years ago, when I was diagnosed with ADHD, and when I realized what's holding me back is not that I'm not capable, but I don't have the right systems. And when you don't have the right systems, you keep blaming yourself. You're thinking, okay, you have a scattered mind. You just can't think done, can't focus, you're not disciplined, you're not good enough, or you can go really dark with that stuff. But what I wanted to say is that was my turning point. I realized what was not working, and slowly but surely I created systems. So when you don't have a system, you don't have to have ADHD. You don't have to have it. But I bet, since there's a stat, I don't know if everyone knows, but if entrepreneurs with ADHD, I mean, someone who has an ADHD is 300% more likely to be an entrepreneur. 300%. Because we're literally, not only we're kind of unemployable, but it's just our minds. We're brilliant. We have a special mind. We have our geniuses. But again, just like I say this in everywhere because I resonate so much. You know how at the beginnings, like Spider-Man or like all the superheroes at the beginning of the movies, it's always like they're kind of hiding somewhere, right? They have this um power. They know that it does something, but they don't know what to do with it. So what they do is try to blend in. They try to be like everybody else, and they are not, because they're not able to control that, and then they're not able to really use it until someone shows up and says, oh, well, you're special, you have this thing, this is how you use it, this is how you use the Jedi, like the whole thing. So if you are in the same place, you know that you have a good product, right? Like you probably have very happy clients, but somehow you're like grinding and grinding and grinding, and you're just not getting there. And then what we think is the success is reserved for people who already have followers, who already have all of that. It's not like that. You can be successful within even your small community. We don't have to serve billions of people in the world. We just need to find our smallest viable community. I am going to repeat from Seth Godin, smallest viable community, right? But even with that, because we are so all over the place, there is no structure, and we don't know every day what to do. It doesn't help, and you don't know. When you don't know, you are not able to take productive actions that are helping you get to the bottom line, that is like serving you ultimately. So what um, over the years, when this was all happening, I started using things for me. This actually, I created Project Freedom for me. And I talk about this not enough, but this was actually an insider code name between me and my children, because I was working so hard, like every day, 24/7, every weekend. Maybe some of you relate. Maybe that's what you're going through right now. And I hear you, I see you, I feel you. It's just been a whirlwind, right? Like it's hard. And my kids, God bless them, they were like so nice. So I used to tell them, hey honey, like I'm working on Project Freedom right now. So what they would do, they would tiptoe around the house and they would say, okay, mom is working on this, which means hope, right? Which means they're going to get to spend more time with me, which means we're going to spend more time as a family. So that became our family, um, kind of the way we described how things are going to turn out, and it gave us hope. And so when I was able to fully phase myself into the Project Freedom, which meant that not having one on one clients anymore, which meant serving more people, which meant making more impact, but having also more me time where I fill my cup, and by having more resources, sharing more, doing more. So that's what I have been um, really passionate about, because I just know a lot of people are suffering from this. And when I met many of the mentors I met over the years, like all of them gave me something, right? So I took the best of everything from everyone I've ever met and who mentored me. And now this is me paying forward. So if you're in um, you know in a in a place where you cannot put your business together, where you cannot figure out like why is this not happening to you, this is why I created it. So I'm going to go behind the scenes and show you what I mean by like how we're going to crack this code together. Okay. And then at the end of the slide, and if you're watching it as a replay, at the end of it, I'm going to actually give you a backstage pass and see if you like it, and then you decide if you want to have your backstage pass from us. Okay, so this is essentially, let's see if you can see it. Okay, so this is the back end of Project Freedom Mastermind. If you think about it, as an entrepreneur, you have a product, right? But I'm guessing you have more than one, which is I call it like the main thing you need to fix first. When we talk about putting our business together, I remember Steve Jobs when Apple faced a bankruptcy back in the 90s, and when he was called back as the CEO, the first thing he did to save the company was to ditch every single, like all of the products but four of them. At the time, they had a lot of products out there. And in fact, they had this one very promising, I think it was called Newton PDA. So he even killed that project and he only kept four. And why did he do that? Think about what you have right now. Think about how many products you have right now and how exhausting it is when someone is asking you, what do you do? What you're telling them is, let's say you're a life coach. You tell them you're a life coach. That doesn't mean anything to them. What do you do? What does it like? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Right? So that's how everyone's mind work. So for you to be able to make that a more meaningful sentence, first you have to have this one core product. One core product. Apple survived with four. You don't need even four. You need only one product. But in order to find that, you need to approach the whole thing more systematically and not emotionally. And I'm sure there are some of your offers that you've put all your heart into it, you've been doing it for years. You have to emotionally detach yourself and work with the numbers, and because this is a business. Unless you want to keep it as a hobby. If you're serious about having a business, you're going to you're going to need to put things together in a systematic way. And then the first thing is that. That's how when Steve Jobs did that, and when they cut all the resources and put all entire companies focused into only four products, of course they made the product so much better, because at the end of the day, especially for us, we're not running a huge company, right? Like you have, it's probably just you or your spouse or just a couple of, maybe you have a team member, maybe you have a VA, part-time VA. But at the same time, even for when you're delegating tasks, even for your daily life, let's say you have no ADHD and you're super focused, you're wonderful, right? But still, like doing 10 things, promoting 10 products versus one is completely different game. And at the end of the day, there's only 24 hours and 7 days. So when you're not known for something, I'm sure you've been hearing this, right? That's how you become known for something. Otherwise, you're always going to be just one of the life coaches or one of the health coaches or like one of the accountants. People won't know what you do. What you do is different. So the first thing inside the Project Freedom is we have a system called Perfect Offer. What we do is we are going to put together your perfect offer together. This is not, and you'll see in here, just so we're clear, like this is not an online course. I'm not promoting your course. God knows we don't need another course. Okay. I think totally the opposite. I think we should all stop learning. Yes, you heard me right. Stop learning. Get out of the learning mode. It's time to do things. get into the doing mode. But for that to happen, especially if you have ADHD, right? Like if you have all these things, you're running around like a chicken without a head, right? Like if you have all of those things, then you're going to need someone to, like, literally to tell you every day what to do. Like, it's kind of like I have two kids, both of them are like super ADHD. And so we always have to have systems in the house, right? So I have all these reminders in the house, like they need to be reminded of doing things until it becomes a second nature and they do things without thinking. So at the beginning, to create any habit, in this case, having the right habits, daily habits that are um, improving your bottom line, helping you get to where you want to be, is someone has to always like push you. So inside here, I have a 6 week live session that we're going to be running a system called 6C. It's called 6C Flow to Freedom. Um, that that 6 week is designed to take you from where you are now to where you need to be. Okay. And inside the mastermind, I actually explain my entire system. How do we do it? But you can actually see all the weeks and sessions. They're already clearly scheduled here. So the 6 C's: you commit, clarify, create, convert, connect, and continue. But again, these mean nothing to you right now. I know. But that's why you need to come and see it. So what we're going to do is every week, every week, we're going to have several sessions together. Okay. And I'm going after this, I'm going to show you the actual calendar. So we have a calendar where um, it's going to be synced to your calendar, and we have several hours that are blocked Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of every week. So you can jump in and out, get your answers and everything. And one of those are I'm going to be literally hands on teaching what to do. So each of those sessions are I'm going to tell you what to do it and how to do it. And then after that, we're going to implement it together. And you're going to you're going to share your screen. We're going to do things. This is like hands on. We're going to just get things done. I don't think there's any other way. Again, whether you have ADHD or not, but if you do, there's no other program out there does it. Not this way. Trust me, I've tried, I've looked for it. I had to create it because it didn't exist. So the other thing is I kept thinking, like, what would you need in order to succeed, right? Okay, I'll tell you how to do it, which you could basically go and get a DIY course. Pretty much everybody's telling you the same thing, right? You have to do this, do this. But this is a little different because when, um, let's say, like, everybody wants to have a website, like a nice website, and it's okay. You can have a good website, but it doesn't make you money the way as long as if it's not designed right, right? So, and I'm not gonna teach you how to do a website either, right? That's not going to do the bottom line for you. However, you're going to need a lot of things, right? In running a business is hard. So while we're teaching you, I have in here, this is called a dopamine volt, okay? Because it's going to give you that instant dopamine when you see it. I have so many resources in there. I feel like a kid right now. So many resources in there for you. So I don't put everything on this, like, on the front end, because we have ADHD. I didn't want to clutter the space. But every single thing you see here is so valuable. It has so many things I cannot even tell you. But I'm going to give you a little sneak peek in here so that you can see. So the resources are going to be. So this is the mastermind. This is where we're going to do everything. this is where we're going to, POS is the perfect offer system. We're going to create your offer together. And then this is the dopamine vault, that every single thing that you're going to need while you're implementing all those are there. Every single thing. You're going to love it. And then for all of this, because this is a smaller community. This is not for hundreds of people. Smaller community. Because of that, you're going to get more personal attention. And so we have this is all happening inside the Growth Makers community. So Growth Makers Club is where you're going to go and interact and talk to other people like you. And I want that community to, even like after 6 weeks, I'm actually giving you a 12-month access to free access to our private paid community, because I want people to get out of Facebook. And don't get me wrong, I love Facebook. I believe that it's a good place to meet new people and everything, but it's especially for ADHD people, like, just so distracting, so distracting. You can't get anything done. And unfortunately, once the day is over, you can never get your hours back. So you might as well be somewhere where your work matters, where you can get things done and have the time for you and for your loved ones. So that's how this whole thing is designed for. And after those calls and everything, what else you're going to need? You're going to need some tech help. Like, tech is like the biggest thing, right? So we have a Slack workspace only for the members. You're going to come in there. You can safely submit you're going to ship your work there, right? Every week we're going to hands-on. I'm going to add, not homework, but every week you're going to have to finish things off. I'm going to push you. I'm not going to be this nice all the time. I'm going to get you things done, right? They're going to ship your work, and in that Slack channel, there are office hours, there are tech support, everything. And not to mention, in the community side, I'm going to actually have like monthly experts, especially I have psychiatrists. I have a lot of resources completely customized for us neurodivergents, like tools and like a lot of things. So that is going to be the fun part as we go through these things. So even though the live learning is like 6 weeks, but you get to come here. You get to come here for 12 months. Like, let's say 3 months later, you couldn't finish something, or you did something that the launch didn't happen the way you wanted, or you come back and you join the weekly live. Still, 3 months later, you can jump on that call and tell us what's going on. So this isn't something we just let you go after 6 weeks. And to me, that's because life happens. I'm going to push you to do things, but there's probably a good reason why you couldn't get things done. You're probably running a business. You already have clients, right? So that phasing into this new system is going to take a little while. But as long as you can change your direction now, where you're going to actually win, everything's golden. So let me share my, let me just stop that, and let me share the calendar so that you don't get overwhelmed. Let's do, okay. This is our calendar at the moment, okay? So what I want you to see here is I work, and this is the whole system I'm teaching you, is to create a 3-day work week. Okay. I only work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that's where I want to take you. Okay. Not only you're going to work less, but you're going to at least, I don't know what you're making right now, but at least 10x your income, and you're going to work less. And when you work less, you're going to create more. It's just how ADHD mind work. And I designed this calendar because this is what's working for me and for many. I've tested it out. So let's just let me just go through what I mean here. So normally, so we're gonna have the regular, like the modules, right? Like every week we're gonna have the teaching session, but again, it's interactive. And then every week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday between 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time, and this is something I'm going to run a survey after the next couple of weeks and see if it's working. This is what has been working with the communities I had, but let's see what works with you now. 4 to 6 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, those are like quiet body doubling sessions. I don't know if you've heard the concept body doubling, but especially for ADHD people, it's kind of like, you know how you can't focus when you're by yourself and you're tempted to do things, and a lot of people are like now working at home. I actually tell them to go get a maybe like once or twice go to a co-working space. I go myself, a lot of communities around here have a co-working space, because when you're with other people, when everybody's doing something, you get things done. It's that almost like a social pressure, but it's such a magic. It's just magic. And you don't have to talk to anybody, but you come there, it's guided, and you come there, and every like there are tasks that are like timed. But if you want to free work, you just want to know, okay, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 4 to 6, if you just get in there, you know everybody else is there quietly working, you're going to be able to get things done. And it just works. So that's what we have, because again, I'm going to transition your business into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday work week. Okay. And then on rest of the week, I want you to fill your cup. If you fill your cup, I can guarantee you those 3 days going to be a lot better. And when you have, especially for ADHD, I don't know if you relate, but I used to, when in college, it was always like I would wait until the exam, like the finals, and then I would clean my room, and then I would just work for like 3 days, like crazy, and get things done. Um, Unfortunately, because I'm streaming, I'm not seeing everyone's comments, but please, if you relate to any of this, please say something in the chat. Say if you relate, right? Like, it's just, we love deadlines, okay? We actually thrive on deadlines. So when we know that we only can work 3 days, you really get things done. It's like amazing. And you even like, I remember like when I was working like 7 days, I didn't get that much. Now that I'm realizing, I probably was, shiny objects. Like I was just, okay, oh, I have this. This sounds good. This sounds good. I don't know. There's just so much right now. It's just impossible to focus. I think we're like, as a society, we're creating more ADHD, even if they weren't born with it, right? So I just want to reduce all of that, put it all as a focus work. And this has been working like magic. So this is what we're doing. And other than just, those two, we also have like the office hours, and the tech support is also scheduled here. And there's going to be sessions that you're going to share your work. You're going to screen share, and show us what you're doing, and then we're going to guide you. So you're not going to wait until weeks go by, and then until this course is done, and you put this, it's like a course, um, and I'm sure your computer is probably like a digital graveyard now. You probably can't even imagine how many PDFs you downloaded, how many courses you bought, right? This isn't one of that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to just, you do it today, this week, and you get it done, and then you ship your work, you show us what you're doing, and then we tell you, okay, fix this part, and then move forward. So we finish, we launch, and we start selling, we start making money. Like my whole point is for you to have the right business system and the right product so you can launch with confidence. So you have an offer that you want to shout from the rooftops. And when someone says, "Oh, what do?" You tell them, just like um, I think, let's say, like, I'm good at cooking. So let's say you're a chef, okay? Let's say you're a personal chef, and you met someone at a party and they asked you, "What do?" And then you're like, "I'm a personal chef." But that's what you do. That's not what you do. What you say instead, because you now have this perfect offer, however you want it to work, you say, you know how on weekdays it gets like really busy, and you and your spouse work hard and the kids are at school. Yeah, yeah, right. And then you say, well, that's where I come in. I come in 3 days a week and make your dinner, and then by the time it ends, you don't have to do anything else, and you can get this as like a once a week, once a month, however you want it. That's what I do. So when you say it this way and then put it in their world, right, then it makes more sense, and that person is now picturing in their head what you're doing. Otherwise, you're a personal chef. Personal chef to whom? Right? You're a life coach. For whom? Why? Like how? How are you doing things? Like when you know all of those things, and when you build your offer in a way that you're talking to someone who really needs it, then there's no selling. You're just solving someone's big problem. So that's how we're going to get things done together in within this time frame. But I want you to notice, I know it's a little small here, but these are here. There are some um, a lot of ADHD tools that I'm going to be providing, and you can adjust, and you probably have your own routines, but we're going to adjust and tweak some of them. So this is in here every morning. We call the Growth Maker morning routine. So I'm going to share a couple of frameworks of what will help you be more productive with a really good morning routine that works with your ADHD brain. And I'm not just talking about get up at 5 a.m., do this perfect meditate, none of that. I mean, yes, there are some things inside, but it's more structured and more flexible because everybody's different. So I'm going to give you some tools to do that. But these are the all day events, okay? What I call this is Fill Your Cup Mondays, Fill Your Cup Fridays. So what you do is, I want you to take, once your system is on, I want you to take Mondays off. Mondays off. Right now it's Monday. We're in the launch mode, and this is the only thing I'm doing today. I'm just going to do this live and talk to everyone, and that's it. But I don't consider this as a work. I just love doing this. I'm just saying that once you have a streamlined business and you have enough income and resources, and you know that you're not even supposed to be working on Monday, just imagine how big of a relief would it be, right? No more Monday syndromes. Okay, so let me go back and show you the dopamine volt, and hopefully, let me stop that. Okay. Oh, you're gonna so love this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the volt, but inside the volt, um, we have been. I know I talked about Russell Brunson a lot, but because like every business needs a funnel, right? And this isn't about just building a funnel, but like something that's like meaningful, and some like how you put I call it a success sequence, like where you take your clients from here to there, where you take your business from here to there, and all of that, our entire lives. I think ClickFunnels commercials were saying that, like, that everything is a funnel. So everything you have is already a funnel, meaning that you have to be on a journey, or you're on someone else's journey every day. Okay, so like we're buying products consistently like every day. So how do you create that journey for your customers is um, if you have the tech helping you doing that and you were able to automate things, that's how you're getting to the 3-day work week. Because most of the stuff, you're not going to be doing it anymore. You're only going to do it once and you're going to automate it. And how do you do that? You need tech, you need design, you need you need so many things. So let's just go into, so like in here, we have, these are actually my team specifically designed templates. If I open this, it'll be like just so much in there. So we have all the social media, every size, every possible thing you need, mockups, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, banners, like all of those, but like really, really nice, clean designs. I don't know if you're liking my backend right now. And we also have funnel templates, meaning that they are, I'm going to just try to show you here if I can open it. Okay. We're going to have like every single funnel you may actually need is here. There you go. So let's say you have a physical product. Okay. This is literally, you click on it and you push a button and it installs in your account. And then all you're doing is you're just editing, you know, the head, whatever the content, like you're making it your own. What we did, we actually picked out the most, like the ones that are used the most, and redesigned it, made it nicer. And all of them, let's say you have a live webinar, you have a masterclass, you just want to create a better link in bio, or you have a one-page funnel. Like there's so many funnels here. These are all ready to go designs. You click on it and you install and it's yours. Meaning you can have a running business in one day. You will only understand the extent of what I'm giving you here only when you come in. And I know this has already been a long live, but if you're watching the replay, if you've ever built a website, if you've ever tried to build something, uh, like all the tech stuff, I don't know, I've used Kajabi, Thinkific, Podia, like anything that you can think of, WordPress, all of them are, I mean, they're not designed to make you money. Like Wix, like you have to know what you're doing. But that's the part we're doing right now. I'm going to tell you what to do, what to say, how to say it, and everything. We're going to make everything. Once you have your perfect offer, all we're going to do, we're going to plug in your perfect offer inside this, and we're going to just, click the button, get it all done, and launch it. Just launch it. And once you have a product that you are proud of, once you have the system that's working, and then I'll tell you how to get the traffic, how you're going to get your clients, all of that. What else is left, right? So that's why this is important. And I don't think I'm going to be able to include all of these things after this launch, because I know there's only so much. And with the personal support that we're giving to this round is not going to happen on the next one. So I want you to seriously consider everything. And my dear friend Russell, also, he was so kind. What he did, all of his funnel trainings for every single funnel type, he actually shared with us. So all of these frameworks are ready to go. Like you're just going to swipe it, get it done. Everybody who's successful in the market, you're going to be able to get all of that inside here. This is insane. This is insane. You have no idea how good this is. I wish I had this 15 years ago. I had to build every single thing. Every single thing. I'm just so excited. Okay, so we have that, and then we have ADHD tools. I have emails ready to go. Every single email you will ever need, and they're so good, so good. you're only gonna edit a little. Seriously, we've been doing copywriting for years. Trust me. So that, and last but not least, we have this AI Vault. Every single thing you see here, every week, I'm gonna give you tools. And these tools, let's just do another sneak peek here. So the perfect offer system inside here, I have and a lot of like bonus content in there. um, you're going to train your AI to sound like you. You're going to humanize it. You're going to make sure that is giving, everybody's using, not everybody, but very few people are using AI in the right way. That's why it doesn't sound genuine. But you want to have the right prompts and everything. So every single step, I have all of the all of these things in here are inside. There's over 90. um, I think it's growing, maybe more. We have a lot of prompts and like offer building systems and everything you'll ever need in here. So bottom line, what I'm trying to do here is to make sure that you have everything you need, right? Like I want you to have like everything should be like right right where you can access quickly. So this will be your home, almost like your virtual office. You're going to come here, get things done, move forward, move forward, move forward. Like it's just going to be, and it's going to feel good. And one of the reasons why I'm including so many resources, because we need something, right? Every day we need something. Let's say, I don't know, you want to change your Facebook banner, like the simplest thing. You go to Canva and you try to look for templates, who did what, and by the time you're finished, 2 hours has passed. Instead of that, if you know what you need to do and there's a template, you just do it, like you get it done in 5 minutes. You're not getting into the research mode, and finding and knowing that you have a template right inside here take you off the research mode. So this is going to save you from that shiny object syndrome so much. Save you hours and hours and hours in a week. So if you are not where you want to be with your business, I'm giving you the keys to the castle. Seriously. This is so good. I cannot even tell you everything here. It'll be here all hours. So what I would like to do is, if I want to just ask if uh, please, again, like I can't see everyone, but who wants a backstage pass for this? We're starting the kickoff party is this Friday. Friday, we're having a party. And all of that we see is starting next Tuesday. Okay. And when we do the party and everything, I want everyone to come here. Okay. I'm going to actually, if you just comment yes, if you're here, if you're watching the replay, I want you to say yes, I'm going to give you a 7-day free trial. You saw that schedule there. You'll be able to come in there, meet with us, get all of these things, download some if you want. You're going to be here in 7 days, in and out. Those, like, I'm sure one of them will work in terms of whatever the time frame you have. Come on over, try this. I dare you to try this. And when you come and get things done, you're going to be so addicted. So I'm betting that you're going to love it so much. That's why I am taking a risk and giving you a 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, there's nothing. You don't have to do anything. But I just know that a lot of you are lost right now. I've been there. I was there. I just don't want, I wish someone came to me and said, hey, well, I have all of these things. And don't get me wrong, I've bought a lot of courses. I've been to a lot of masterminds. It's just some of the masterminds now that I'm in, that I pay like 50,000, 25,000 to be inside. when I'm talking to the people who are already like past that point, they all are, they all actually started with a like a private mastermind, like where they elevated themselves, where they found industry secrets, where they actually got things done, like hands on. Okay. This is one of them. And I want you to say yes to yourself. And if I'm sure you have like thousands of questions, and if you see this later on as a replay, here is if you have extra questions, here's an email address. You can send us the questions. My team and I would be happy to answer. But I strongly recommend you to come on in and try us, and I hope this will really help you get to where you need to be. So thank you so much for listening today. Again, I'm Tuba Sapanla with our new community, Growth Makers Club. I hope you join us, and I hope to see you on the inside. Thanks. Bye.